In terms of the pedagogical paradigms that are out here in Australia, what are the dominant ones, and can you shed some light as to why these particular models came to the top?
I can only speak within my own state and within the areas of communications, the arts. Within the teaching of language, that is English, English literature, language studies, reader response theory is probably the dominant paradigm and has been now for 5 to 8 years. It's rejected largely within media studies. Do you know what I mean by reader response?
No, maybe you should.
Reader response, I'll give you a very negative view of it. Reader response is the sort of thing that says, what do you think of this? And whatever you think of that is just as valid as what the next kid thinks about it. It rejects the notion that meaning lies in the text. It accepts the notion that you as a competent reader are free to make up your own meanings. It's best summed up in the terms begin where the kids are at.
So it's a highly subjectivist approach to it.
That's right, highly personalised approach, very subjective, depends very much upon the creativity of the student and bringing forward the creative response to the work. My personal objection to reader response theory is that you can begin where the kids are at, but you often don't get very much past that. And English teaching has suffered badly in my own state for that reason. So within media studies, we have tried to actually identify a body of knowledge which needs to be worked upon with students. So there has been, and that's come under criticism, this idea that you teach some things and you don't teach others. There's always choices must be made when you write a curriculum. But we have taken the line that there is a body of knowledge, there are a set of skills, there are a set of concepts, and that we want to get those across in a sequential manner from K, reception, I don't know what you call it here, but the very first grade, up until the final grade of schooling.
When you begin to do the kind of analysis that would encourage the student to look at ideology and power, how early does that take place in the educational system? In media studies, for example?
It's dealing with the question. It is, of course, a laying open of yourself. I mean, classrooms must be the most institutional power relations. You can look around and see visually how they're set up. The teacher's at the front, the kids aren't. The teacher's often on a podium, the kids are below. They're put into lines. The teacher has freedom of movement, the kids don't. The teacher has freedom of speech, the kids don't. So once you start opening up any text to analysis in terms of power relations, the classroom is an essential text and will be read by the students as such after a while. So all forms of cultural analysis, which is all that is if you look at your own classroom, because it does empower, is also a threat to those who hold the power in the status quo. So yes, I mean, teachers have to be prepared to take on that threat, I suppose.